Breaking news. It is now mandatory for anyone on Section 8 to be removed if you have had it more than 2 years, with exceptions. Thanks, Donna. The White House announced new Section 8 eligibility restrictions. More details from the current administration are expected.
So here's part 2 of how I got kicked off Section 8 with 7 children and a husband. So I believe I told y'all. So I've been on the waiting list since 2009. I didn't get it until 2002. So when I did get approved, it was only because I got emergency disabled Section 8 and not the regular Section 8. So when I got approved for it, they give you a list of houses that, well, not a list of houses, I lied, a list of properties. A list of property owners that should have houses for rent, or what they gave them and told them, like, hey, this house is for rent, it's a 3-2, it's a 4-2, it's a 5-2, whatever the case might be. So you got to go down that list, you got to call the owners and see who.
And I will say it again, the government is my baby daddy. The minute that they took my right away to decide if I wanted this little crotch goblin or not was the minute that they took over the role of my baby daddy. That's the minute they took on the role of paying for my formula, of providing food in my house, and for that tax refund. Because the government is our baby daddy. We love baby daddy Uncle Sam. Thanks for all your help. You make it so we can eat. And I will be using any government assistance that I can because the government is my baby daddy. Yeah.
If you go get a job, they're going to take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're going to count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you got to say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit. Get on Section 8. Find you a nice apartment. Go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. Or the government.
A Section 8 inspection.
Section 8 people coming. We gotta go. Birthday, babe. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
I don't know, love. Not here, you ain't. Huh? Don't forget your good shirt.
Oh, what?
Your good shirt, babe. Love you so much. Mwah.
God, y'all. They say that just signed a executive order to stop housing assistance. That means if you pay zero rent, you won't pay zero rent. You're going to be paying rent. President Trump just signed an executive order that we can no longer have free housing assistance. You can no longer have subsidized housing. You can no longer have Section 8. You can no longer get any assistance. What have y'all done? And this is terrible. You can no longer get Section 8. You can no longer get housing assistance, and you can no longer get subsidized housing and zero rent. President Trump.
It's been 7 days since I lost my food stamps, so I have not been able to afford groceries. I did get my cash assistance for this month. Section 8 didn't pay my rent yesterday, so now I have to come up with $1,100 that I don't have, okay? $1,100, where am I gonna come up with that? I don't have a job. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not going to get a job. I've never had a job. I'm not going to do it now, okay? I have been in welfare benefits for 13 years. And now they decide they want to put a time limit on this. It has been 13 years that I have received almost $10,000 a month in benefits. And now you expect me to just get up and find that $10,000 somewhere else. I have 6 mouths to feed. 6 mouths. It has been a week. I have not been able to put food in this house. I now have to come up with rent. Yes, I got my nails done today. Yes, I got my eyelashes done today. Yes, I got my eyebrows done today. Okay? Because just because I can't pay my bills does not mean I have to go around looking like a bum. So yes, I did get my nails done. Sue me, okay? Sue me. $1,100 is a lot different than $80. Okay, I had $80 to get my nails and everything else done. I don't have $1,100. I have over 200,000 followers on my main account, and I can't get one person to help me. Not one person. When it is your responsibility as a taxpayer to support me and my children. Where are you at?
This is the city I live in. This is disgusting. Anyone who thinks this is permissible should not be in anybody's leadership. This is a baby's picture.
These people are really evil. You're cutting funding from people who already can't afford their housing. How evil do you sound?
Now, for years, you tell people that there's a lot of kinfolks on the welfare system, and they'll come out and say, no, that's not true. There are more white folks on the welfare system. Cool. I'll give you that. So we propose that since white folks are taking so much money from the system, they're abusing it, let's cut the funding from Section 8 and let them...
Has the highest percentage of people on Section 8.
So the vast majority are definitely Caucasian. And I only know this because I've been a Section 8 investor the last 10 years. And I'm going to share the dirty secret about how some of these folks are still living six-figure lifestyles while qualifying for government assistance. 7 years ago, I had an 8-figure mentor teach me all about leveraging OPM and trust structures. Now, his friends and associates have been gaming the system using these trust structures for decades. They're using other people's money and credit to buy these assets that the trust structures own. All the income that's coming from these assets are going directly to the trust. As a trustee, they can pay themselves a little bit of nothing every year, therefore qualifying for Section 8 or government assistance if they choose to. The income also allows these trustees to pay for trust expenses. Think about all the needs of a beneficiary: school, clothing, daycare, shelter, you name it. Now they also have the resource to set up something like a private family bank. So while you're getting judged on your W-2 income, they're able to pay themselves based on the acceptable poverty levels. Now, to help as many people as possible, I did 2 things. One, I created a 10-minute training, completely free, shows you exactly how the system works. The second thing I did was take everything my mentor taught me and I put the entire blueprint into a book. So if you want to learn how to leverage your trust and other people's money in the next 30 days, click the link.
But I'm going to say it. You know who y'all should be mad at? You know who you young ladies should be mad at? Your low-income mothers who didn't tell you not to have any babies in low income until you were not low income. That's who set you up for failure. That was your first enemy. In the low income community, we're not talking about this. It's no reason why your mother's still in low income. You're having babies in low income.
My landlord just left my house. I get a knock at the door. It's Saturday, a little bit before noon. I open it. It's my landlord. I'll let her in. She hands me this. She's giving me 24-hour notice that Section 8 is not paying my June rent tomorrow. Rent is due tomorrow. $1,100. $1,100. She expects me to come up with. Because they are no longer paying my rent, I have to pay it out of my pocket. I don't work. I'm not going to work. I will never have a job, ever. How does the government expect me to keep a roof over my 6 kids' head without Section 8? Just because I've been on it for 13 years doesn't mean I don't need it anymore. I need it now more than ever. $1,100. And you expect me to come up with that in 24 hours. Or I have to get out. So pretty much I'm going to be out on the streets. Because there's no way I can come up with $1,100.
The authority learned that there would be a reduction in funding, a reduction that is translating to $47 million to $114 million. dollars, which means that we won't have enough money to pay for the rental assistance for families through the end of the year. The biggest impact would be that we could end up having more folks become homeless. Last year we had a reduction of homelessness in the city, and this could lead to a reversal of that trend, which we do not want to see. If you're on Section 8 right now, you should not be concerned. We are not looking at terminating assistance of any families on the program. If you are on our waiting list, we are taking the action of suspending processing applications for 3,300 new families to get on the program. That is the sad reality that we have to take.
Better start taking Trump seriously. Like, if show me better than you could tell me who was a person, it's him. He's what, now talking about getting rid of housing? That is literally going to force people that have not paid that amount in whatever their rent costs homeless. That is about to literally force people into the streets. And everybody keeps saying the same thing. Oh, he's not going to do this, or he can't get away with this, or our Constitution is so strong. Literally, he is getting away with a lot of stuff. I also said do not order from Shein, like what, a month ago? Because of what was happening with the packages. That's why you guys gave me that 1 million views, right? What's funny is people are really taking this as a joke when you cannot determine anymore what will pass or what won't pass.
Have any clothes. People been donating food just around here, just helping me out with food, and I don't have anything.
We called the Department of Children and Families to see what they've been doing to help. DCF says Hillsborough Kids Incorporated has been helping by paying Adams rent, even providing her furniture. Adams says it isn't enough.
Somebody needs to pay for all my children, and mine and Gary, all our suffering, all our pain. Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
DCF Regional Director Nick Cox wanted to see for himself the situation that Adams.
Food stamps.
Mind your business. Stop being nosy.
Let me tell y'all something. This is my last year. Okay?
This is my mama last year on Section 8.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I have a Section 8 is it does go with your income. So if your income is up here, you know, you pay some rent, you just don't pay the market rent. If your income is down here, then you pay a smaller amount of rent. But still, it's the income that matters. So if you qualify for the lowest income, that means your income is that low that you don't have to pay regular rent. You'll qualify as low income. So what that means is, obviously, if your rent is that low that you don't have to pay rent, that means you don't have enough money to pay your bills either. Your other bills that you might have, that's the hard part about being low income. You don't have enough income to actually live. But if you do, your income is up here and you're paying rent, your income is still not above the low income mark, which disqualifies you from being low income or Section 8. So it's up here, but it's not above. And when it's up here, that means, okay, you have enough now that you can pay your rent. You might not be able to pay your other bills, but you at least can pay rent. That's what that is. And that's where a lot of people are. They have enough money just to pay their living expenses, to pay their rent, maybe their lights, maybe a little phone bill, maybe a little car note, I don't know. But after that, that's it. That's it. So I really wish people would stop saying like, oh, you on Section 8, you know, it must be nice to live free. It's not free. My little check, once the bills is paid, ain't nothing left. It ain't much left. So am I appreciative of it? Yeah. Do I wish I had more income to disqualify me from being low income? Yes, I do. That way my income be up here, that means I could pay my rent and all my bills and not be low income. But especially being a single mom, like, I'm low income, real low. And one day that's gonna change, but right now it's low. It's low. I gotta get ready for work right now. But yeah.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.